think I went live. Hello, I did go live. I was all confused there. I'm running late and everything. I couldn't find the app on my iPad. Hi, Helen. Hi, Maureen. Look what I'm eventually getting to use. I got this as a gift of a lovely lady. That's another project I've started messing about with because I can't help myself. So we're doing bees and flowers, and I finished this one from the teddy. Hi, Jane. Heidi, hi. What's that? A sticker on the back. Has everybody had a lovely couple of days? Start to the week being nice? Where'd that go? Oh, this is loud. Brace yourself. Grit your teeth because it's really crackly. I'll take... Whoa! We've got an avalanche already starting. And it's not even crafty goodies. There. I can see. Hi, Lane. So I'm going in the art gel tonight because I want to. And I can. But I'm thinking I really, really want to play with texture. And 2 seconds. This is dark again. I think, there we go. That's a bit better. So I'm thinking, because we're going with bees, I'm thinking leaves, obviously. And this is the one that I was messing about with the other day. But I am also thinking we can add in some texture paste, if I can locate some. Because, of course, I seem to be constantly running late. I used to be so good at being on time. Had a lovely day in the sun. Oh, fabulous. It's freezing here. I've got 2 jumpers on. Hi, Hilary. Hi, you lovely lot. I'm pleased you're here. Right, I'm just finding some texture paste because, well, I started moving upstairs, didn't I, for the lives, and then it all went wrong. Of course it did, because I've got the attention span of a flip-flop. So, I'm not up there yet. Oh, I found some gel. That's what we'll play with. Heavy body gel. So to start off with, I do want to get the cascade numbers down. This is a Stamps by Me stencil. E-words. I have been shopping. I have fed Christopher. I visited a friend this morning. I slept in this morning. That's why my whole day's gone to pot. You know when you sleep in, it just all goes wrong. I'm thinking with this, now, I want some embossing powder, because it's been a while, hasn't it? And I want to make it go over the top of the heavy body gel. Let's see what I found. This one. It's called Puff Sparkle by Stampenders. And apparently it puffs up, and I've not actually tried it yet. So, yeah, now my whole day has been busy and I haven't gotten very far very quick at all. I know the feeling. Yeah, see, Christopher, I'm still homeschooling Christopher. So a lot of the day is taken up by that. There we are, I'm plugged in as well. We're ready. I'm ready. It's a miracle. And I need this. So maybe it's more organised than I thought. So this is a heavy body acrylic gel. I did the live on all the different gels and stuff. And different acrylics. I mean, there's a whole plethora more than what I talked about as well. But just to get some texture down and some lift to it. Because when we go over the top of this with watercolours, it's going to look totally different. And I don't want it all over, I just want a little bit. So there we go. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that very good. I am going to not waste any of it, so I'll start a page on this side as well. I hate wasting it. So that there will just remain wet there until later. I did do my friend's hair. She liked it. It looked very good. She had a whole load of other colours on her hair though. So some of it wasn't as even as I would like it. But next time round when I do it, it'll turn out fine. It's just we had to lighten it absolutely loads and she had dark on. So again, this is Puff Sparkle or Sparkle Puff by Stampendous. And I found it in the whole I'm going upstairs not anytime soon. Clear up, and I want it over the top of the heavy body acrylic gel, which is a glue really. There, can we see that? How nice does that look? And I was hoping to find the pop yellow that we had, but from the Wow powders, but we're going to go with this for now. We'll see what happens. Anybody with headphones, brace yourself. I'm coming in with the heat tool. You'll see this happening in one moment when I put some watercolour over the top. Oh, there, you kind of see it in the... Hi, anybody that's come in and I've missed. Hi, Diane. Oh, it is, it's puffing up. Now, I'm not sure if that's the acrylic puffing up with the heat, but it's coming up with some fabulous texture. Now, I know there is ink, embossing powders, they are called puff as well. But they're in the drawer behind us, and there's something in front of them. And I didn't have the white in it, so... Hi, Susan! I'll give that a quick waft as well while we're on. Just because you can guarantee I'm going to put something on it and stick to it, can't you? Again, that stencil isn't very detailed, so what's gone through, it is detailed because the numbers, but it's not the small numbers, so it should dry pretty quick. And will not be, look at that, look at this texture on that. And it's dry. Give or take. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some watercolour powder, infusions to be exact. We're totally winging it here. Making it up as I go along. I don't know if Janice did it or not. Should I message her and find out? I don't know who won them. I don't know if Adam did his either because I gave him the journal to give away. And I didn't see anything pop up in that. I'll stalk them a bit and ask them. Hi, Caroline. So this here is Infusions powder. And this is by Paper Arty. But obviously you've got brushes and things as well. And these are just what I've got in front of us. I don't know what's going on with us today. A night black as well. Should we do the night black? And then we'll add a pop of colour with everything else. This here, it's the same as the black brusho. It won't just come out as black. You will see a multitude of different colours and you really only need a little bit. Like I've just got greens. Like you put more salt on you, didn't I? So night black, I'm thinking is a very, very dark brown. A bit like Payne's grey. And you see all the different colours. It's like magic. I will have to go back in with a heat tool though. And a little bit more. I want to see more pops of colour. You see them come to life. But again, what you could do is if you haven't got anything like this, you actually could just sort of dab your watercolour in and spray it. And it will give an absolutely awesome effect as well. Right, I'm going to dry this off. Again, earphones, I'm sorry. You can see all the different colours coming through. And I won't dry this totally because it is getting... Well, it's coming off now. Hang on. I'll blow it off. There we go. Get off. Does anybody else do that, please? Catch the drifts with the heat tool in the water. Oops. And then, there we go. I think that's just about as dark as I wanted. This would also be a fabulous rusty colour. I love that. I love how all the different colours sort of dance and... Let's dry it off again. Sorry, Hito. It is a bit hilly. I've got craft kits of when I was a child still, and I can't bring myself to get rid of them because I could still use them. A lot of them, like soap making kits and candle making kits, they all had molds and things in, which really you keep forever and ever. Stencils, I have a gazillion stencils. But I have to say, not a lot of stuff is full sets of things. I've got a full set of watercolour German pencils and a full set of, wait, it's not a full set, it's a pan of Schminky watercolour. And I think that's all I really own a full set of because I want to try everything, so I just get a little bit of stuff. I'm going to come in with this now, and that is going to go there. But I'm going to take some off. And this is our pop of colour before we add flowers and things. So I'm just going to move this over. I've got a lot of stuff as well, you know, that me mum. I got off me mum. Looking for greens. So I've got a lot of her crafting stuff as well. Oh, I might have some Tiffany on. Where is my green? I'm sure I couldn't find it the other day. There it is. And we'll go, I think we'll go these 3 greens. I'm creating a disaster area now. Stay. I'm just going to clean the pink off the back of this because that's what I used last with it. We need lots of treats for Kermit that will keep him quiet. Kermit, it'll hide in his bed. That parrot is terrified of everything. Strangers, you name it. Other birds, when they fly past the window, he screams and runs away. Spiders, you've seen nothing like it. I thought with being a bird, he might just eat them. No, he's terrified. But I did catch him one day talking to a fly that was on the window. Right, I want to add lots of colour to this. I don't want it too, like, neon-y coloured. So we've already got the yellow, we've got the green, and we'll go with the darker. What plans do you have for the weekend? Do you have crafty plans? Are you going out with the family? Are you making lunch? He's funny. He is funny. His favourite thing is what you doing? That's what he says all the time. What you doing? And it sounds, well, he's northern. It's exactly the same way as I say it. And it's so funny. Especially when I'm on, like, if I'm not in the house and I ring the kids and they're in the sitting room and you hear, they put him on loudspeaker and that's all he shouts is, what you doing? What you doing? Constantly. Crafty plants. Hey, excellent. I'm going to go over, this is a Tiffany blue, but I just want some of the leaves to be a bit darker. Did anybody see our Simon today? It's been ages since he was on Creating Craft. It was so lovely to see him back. And I had to buy his embossing folders because, oh my gosh, the dots, and the hearts, and the dots. I mean, come on. I wish I'd thought of the dots. I've got proper designer envy there. Right, I'm going to pop this to one side. We're going to do a bee. I need some paper to stamp my bee on because we're going to fuzzy cut them out. Grab some paper. You're getting your hair cut. Oh, lovely. sitting. Is that what the walkies is? I'm sure you said you were puppy sitting, didn't you? Have I just completely made that up? Oh. Ah, see. Well done. Well done, you. I like that. Simon did. Oh, Simon's so lovely. And he's not shy once you get to know him. Not at all. Not even a little bit. He puts up with me when we go to Port Sunlight, mind. And me random waffle. I'm probably going to stamp this twice to get a good crisp image because the Eureka is buried. Let's be honest, it's buried. Hi, Kim. Haven't a play with the corporate teeth. Oh, did you get the lipstick and things? I can just imagine so many things with that lipstick. Oh, well, look, that's near perfect. One more and we'll do it again, just to darken it down a bit. Because the thing is with stamps, no matter what stamps you've got, the first time you use them, they never appear as dark as I want them. So the second time round, it stamps much better. And the more you use them, the better they get. Oh, that's so lovely. Is it like the grand puppy? Is that what he is? My brother, he's getting a puppy. I'm sure I've said this before. And he's like, everybody babysits his puppy. Not everybody was as interested in babysitting my children when I had them, mind. Trim this out. No, nobody fell over themselves to babysit the children. There's me schminky set. Of course, it's now got other stuff in as well because I had to add them in, but, you know. Oh, that'll be nice, a week with the puppy. Oh, the boys, honestly. Do you know what it is? The chalk and cheese, Christopher and Daniel. But they are best friends. Apart from that, when I first had Christopher, you know, Daniel was 7. And the first couple of weeks was fine. He was a bit overwhelmed. He had this little brother. There's a picture of him. I'm bathing Christopher and Daniel's face because Christopher just cried for like 7 months. And it got to about month 2 and Daniel just came out. And he just said, "You've ruined me life." And I was like, "It's all right, mine too, son. This thing just cried constantly. Never stopped, never let up. If I moved too far away from him, he cried." It was just like, oh my gosh, 7 months. He just cried and cried and cried. They do grow far too fast. I've got back. Have you, Hillary? Yes, it's definitely a confidence thing. Definitely. I mean, YouTube for me is quite new. I always just did Facebook. But now I'm loving, absolutely loving YouTube. It's because it's there forever, isn't it? And you just go to that one person and you find what you want, or that one particular brand. Or I am very lucky. I am very, very lucky. I'm going to add, it probably will bleed out because it's wet on wet, but these look like little flowers. And I want them to be red. Oh, Maureen, with that puppy dog. A visiting puppy dog. It's really nice though, isn't it? When you they're lovely to come and play, but they're even more lovely to send them back after a while, like kids. Yeah, we've not actually been able to babysit the puppy yet. I think Michael's frightened to. My brother's called Michael as well. Frightened to bring the puppy because he might never get him back if Christopher gets his way. I'm just going to go in just with dark. It's a green I've picked up, but it's fine. Just on his legs. Just to add some shade before I cut him out. Yes, yes, Helen. Different things, isn't it? I mean, we've all move on. And it's just nice. I don't know why I'm going in with blue. I want more yellow. And an orangey yellow. Oh, fur babies, they're lovely, aren't they? Or feather babies. There we go. And I am going to just darken down this bit. Just because I can. Because bees are very dark, aren't they? Very, very dark. The bodies are anyway. They look very dark. I would love to know if they're really dark brown or if they really are black. I'll have to look that up. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever get another puppy mind. As lovely as they are, they're very tiring, and me workers, I mean, I never know when I'm going to be home. And Daniel's moved out now. So I'd have to find sitters for the dog as well. And I mean, Christopher's getting of age now. Well, it'll not be long and he'll be on his own. He'll be all right. But, you know, you don't like to put on, do you? I'm going to heat tool again. Brace yourself. Yes, I'm going to come back in with this and then I'll fussy cut. You can see the puffy paste now, the puffy embossing powder on the, just how much more raised it is. You can really feel it. And then I might leave a slight outline on this just because you don't really want to sit and watch me cut out for 5 minutes. I'll darken the edges down more. It's a very pretty bee, this, isn't it? I love its wings. I've got the houses as well. The funky fossil houses that I haven't had a play with yet. I don't know if it's still available. If it is, it will be on the How to Craft network. And it is called Cascading Numbers. There's a lot of stencils that... Well, anything Tony brings, it's in one door and out the other, isn't it? It's our Tony. But there might be some available. If not, you could always ring and see if there's any in the shop. The girls might be able to sort it out for you. They're very good like that, and they're very, very good like that. Ah, excellent, Helen. She's like personal shopper, isn't she? Helen the Enabler. You're worse than me, Helen. Yeah, I had the Cascading Numbers on a show I did. I did a bargain show. It was just crazy low prices. The bee is absolutely fabulous. I love him so much. I am going to darken the edges though to hide any of the imperfections from cutting them out. Even go over his legs and things, hide the greeny colour that I'm picked up. There There we go. And it makes them pop a little bit as well when you darken the edges. Oh, Jane, you'll have to. It works really well with Thirsty Brush stuff. It really, really does. So now we've got that texture there. I'm thinking we can have this. I might even take a little bit more of this out and make it even more uneven. Even more uneven. Doesn't even make sense, does it? And ink around the edges. And I do have a whole boatload of Thirsty Brush flowers already cut out in my tub, so you don't have to see us fussy cut them out. I do love a bit fussy cutting. You know I do. Obviously, if you don't like the fussy cut, you do not have to at all. You could just do it all flat. There we go. I'm thinking that there. And then we're going to have the bee. Maybe it's there and then some flowers coming up. I think. In my head, that's what it's doing. Nickname is Bee. Oh, Brenda, bees are fabulous. My auntie went on a Save the Bees walk in China or something. Because when I was talking to Mum, she said she'd gone on like a bee trip. And she didn't really explain it to us. And I was like, a what? A bee trip. And she'd gone to Save the Bees. It was like a charity thing. And she did this walk in China. So she's very, very much a bee lover. But I like bees too. And I've even got a bee pen. Look at my bee pen. Queen bee. Well, I'm going to get the white, which I primed and popped to one side. Now it's vanished in this mess I've created in 5 seconds flat. There's a gown. We'll try this one. Yeah, bees are lovely, the one. I'm not a fan of wasps, mind. Me and wasps are not. So this one's already got the white, this one. I knew I had a left one. Oh, that one's not going to work. We'll start a new one, instead of fighting with pens. I used to have bees all over my kitchen. Yeah, they do, don't they? They're like rogues. The bullies of the fly thing world. Total bullies. I think they just like to sting you for the fun of it. When I was a child, I had a pack of crayons, of course, in my pocket. And I put them in my pocket because I'd just gotten them. They were like a rectangle shape and they had all the different colours together. So all the reds were together, all the blues were together, and they were all joined. So as you drew, they drew like a rainbow. And I was in junior school and I put my hand in my pocket to get the crayons out and there was a wasp. And I've still got the scar on my hand and I'm traumatised by it. It really hurt. And that's the only time I've ever been stung. And I don't ever want to be stung again. Do not like wasps at all. But bees, I like bees. And that was the most riveting story I've ever told in my life. Try to grow bee-friendly plants. I do as well. The wasps are different, aren't they? Bees sound nice. You know the difference between a bee. And you know for a fact the bee's not going to sting you because that's game over for the bee. But wasps are just cruel. Oh, wow. Have you got a bee? Have you got bees in your beehive? Do you do the whole smoky thing to get them out? Me and Christopher are a huge fan of real honey. It's so expensive though, but I mean, we use it on everything. Christopher loves honey toast on a mun. Loves it. Honey, honey porridge. Is it easy to keep them then? Should I get bees? Do I need another thing to do? Oh, right, here's a question for you, because I don't think my mum and dad will listen, be on. It's the 45th wedding anniversary on the 18th of March. What do you get them? They've got everything that they want. What do you get people for the 45th wedding anniversary who don't really, like, remember dates or anything? They missed the 40th wedding anniversary. The pair of them just forgot. They're pretty useless. But my sister rang me and she said, it's Mum and Dad's 45th wedding anniversary, which is sapphire, isn't it? Oh, Susan, I'm a little bit jealous here. I think it would be fabulous. And I think we're going to have the bee there. Oh, lovely. But it was lovely, Brenda. There is a man on TikTok who sells bees, and he's got Northumberland honey and things like that, and he gets it all in. And it's got to last them a year because they only collect it once a year because it's like sustainable, so the bees aren't left with none. And I keep looking at that, but it's very, very, very expensive. A voucher for a nice meal. That could be a plan. I know they got for Christmas to go and see a band that they like. So I think we could add a meal to it and things, because that's in March. I don't know. They're a funny pair. They forget everything. I mean, for the first 3 years of my life, I had 3 different birthdays because they've lost my birth certificate. It's just like... But now you know where I get me airheadness from. Why I never remember anything. And I'm always late or running late. And I turn up the telly and I haven't got half the stuff I'm supposed to have. It's Yolanda's fault. And I'm just adding in some highlights. To be honest, I think I'm probably more like my mum than any of us care to admit. She'll deny it. But there you go. Adding some little white highlights into me bees because it's lovely. I help them do yes. Right, and funny funny in the head. I bet that was really interesting though. Was it as interesting as I'm picturing it, or were you a bit frightened in case they got you? I know there's... But we've seen the beekeeper things, and some of them say they don't get stung. They do all sorts and they don't even weigh. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it, Helen? Like, there's so many things that I've come out my mouth and I think, eh, that's me mum. But then there's other things that come out my mouth and I think, eh, I'm just as grumpy as me dad. This says impossibilities is just an opinion. Impossible is just an opinion. That's very true. And bees really do the impossible, because really they're not, you out with those little wings, lift that big fat body up, really. Put it on the card, Emma, because that's still wet. Find the card. And then we'll cut it out and add it on. It was exciting. Very good. I would imagine it is a fear thing. My oldest hates them. Bees, wasps, anything that flies, really. Blue bottles, he thinks the bees, and he's totally like... He got stung as a child as well, but he takes it to a whole new level. He's terrified. To be honest, he's terrified of needles. He's soft as clots. He's as soft as they come as Daniel. Lovely though, but soft as clots. Where Christopher's not quite as soft as that. Chris would never admit that he's more stubborn, I think. I'm just going to ink around the edges to darken it down, and then we'll stick it on to hide me mistake. See, it just goes to show, though, how different they are, doesn't it? You've got a phobia of one, not the other. Yeah, I think that would be enough for me as well. Stinging my hand was enough. I think if it got there, that would be it. There we go. So really, it hasn't taken long to do that. And again, it's just stamping and trimming out, isn't it? And building the layers. And we could have added so much more with dies and things like that. We could have added the crosshatch dies and things in to totally change it. It could have added in the honeycomb die that comes with the perfectly imperfect behind there if I thought about it, but I was too busy talking. And the honeycomb would have made a massive difference. But I really love that. And I do think summer is coming. I might add some more shade around. That's not it. This. I've got a black pencil here. What I tend to do is once things are dry properly, I always tend to leave it till after as I go around and just shade behind them, and it just makes everything pop forward, even on this bit. You don't need a lot, just lightly. And this is just a watercolour pencil in black. You could do a dark grey if you don't want it as dark, but just inking around or adding some colour, like a darker colour. It could even be a dark purple. Will just make everything pop that little bit more. Even around the bee, add some shadow. Again, it doesn't have to be a lot. Watery, so it like pulls the colour out. And you can even lift it off as well if you feel like it's too much. Just go back in and lift it off with the brush. And again, it'll make it totally pop. I'll leave some without and some with, and you can see the total difference in them. There we go. I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. And again, this doesn't have to just be in a journal. This could be on a card, for instance. Even that's dry now as well. I'll probably end up doing something on this side as well now. But yes, I mean, all the pages in this journal are totally, totally different, really. But very much the same. I mean, that is the Quattro. And then this one I drew her, but this one is AB papers that I get from Artful Days. Jules, I'm very good friends with her. And they're just the papers from that. And they're perfectly imperfect. I love the girls. Oh, and don't forget the flower pot people. Wildflowers it's called. I remembered eventually. Burbs. Should we have some more burbs, do you think? So they're all very, very different. But everything... her eyes bled out there. I think I used the wrong ink. Do you think we need some more burbs? Do you think? Can you remember when we did this one with... We used the embossing powder then. Here's me saying we hadn't used it. We'll watch this space. But even on this, what I did with this was I painted with a black acrylic paint, and then I used Tony's white ink pad. More burbs, always. Remember this one as well that we did? It's just so different, but so lovely. And these here are the rocks. You know, the garden stones? Or garden rocks? I can't remember. I don't even know what day of the week it is. And these ones. I do love the art journal. And I love going back and looking at all the different things as well. It just makes us happy. There we go. There's a flick through as well that you weren't expecting. But that is tonight's our bee. And I will be back. I'm going to say Sunday, but it might be Monday. I'll pop post stuff for the Colour Our World. Thank you, Kim. I love my art journal. I've got so many. Honestly, one day I'll hunt them all out and we can go through a few of them. I won't, obviously, we'll be here forever and a day. But I've got a new one to start soon. It's the last couple of pages in here. I will use, obviously, the backs of them because I don't want to waste it. But, yeah, so Sunday I want to say Colour Our World, but I might be Monday. I will pop a post up beforehand. But I will be back here next Thursday. If for any reason that I can't, I will pop a post up as well. But I'll see you Tuesday on Facebook and just look out for post-its easier because I never know what I'm doing, ever. But thank you very much. I've enjoyed our bit chit-chat tonight and our crafty session, and I will have a lovely weekend, and I will see you soon. Good night.